Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I just wanted to make a video of the importance of physical media and having the ability to own your content. So, a few days ago, Sony said they're no longer gonna be putting games on physical discs. Sorry, I'm still under cleaning and organization. But they said after 2028, there's going to be no more physical sales, right? And that's a problem. A lot of people are fighting over the discs. I am too. But also another part is DRMs. You can, like the game on the PlayStation 4, I think it was called The Crew. It needed an internet connection and a constant connection to a server. So yes, the game is on there, but if you're not connected to the internet, then you can't use the game. And that's the thing. These companies, if I buy a game, right, just like The Crew, I feel like I should be able to play it whenever I want to. Because obviously I purchased it. You know, just like these movies, you know? There's nothing, you know, no digital rights expiring. Like the Zune. The Zune is, it kind of sucks because if you paid for your music back in the day, you can't listen to it now. Trust me, I tried. It don't work. But with an iPod, you can buy music from 2001 when it first came out and you'd still have your music. But what they need to do is they should never stop selling or discs, or, sorry, I'm all over the place, but instead of putting it on a disc, put it on a cartridge or a USB stick. Like, you could put it on, like, if games are more than, like, 500 gigs, just put it on a terabyte USB stick and sell it. I just want something that I can hold in my hand and say, hey, I own this. Like, for example, let's go to Star Wars, right? I can say, I own these movies. This will never, well, except disc rot, but there's no DRM BS on here. It's, I play it, I own it, and I'm able to watch it without having some corporate guy stand, you know, breathing down my neck. I'm, like, heavy breathing right now. I don't know why. But, like, all of these movies, like, you can get them in 4K. Like this one, for example, is my first 4K Blu-ray. The rest of these are 1080p. But I own all of these movies on, you know, HD. And if you get a widescreen DVD, it's more than 640 by 480. So the resolution is a bit better. But yeah, you know, it's just, it's insane what this world has come to. Like Windows 11 tracking everything you do on recall. Sony taking over 500 movies off its library, even though you purchased them when you didn't, you really rented them and got a license. The things we need to worry about is DRM and ownership. Because there's this phrase going around called, if buying isn't owning, then piracy isn't stealing. I agree with that. But for legal reasons, I'm not going to continue explaining that. But like, for example, I don't know if that, I'm not sure if this is pirating, but what I do for my own cassettes is I use Spotify lossless, plugged into a crappy tablet with Spotify on it, a Samsung one. It's trash and it's horrible. And then I just record all my music or whatever, like all these, like from lossless Spotify with Dolby C. So on streaming, right? If that app ever goes down, well, I have copies of that music for me. And as you can see, I got some more blank tapes coming through. Haven't done that one yet, but if you can, I'd encourage you to get into physical media. But now we're on to pricing. This stuff is dirt cheap. Dude, okay, all of this Family Guy stuff, right here. So I don't think any of it has a tag, but these are all like $1 each. I paid $1 for that. This one, sorry, let me get it really quick. This one I got for like 58 cents. And all of these records, too, these were at a Goodwill. I'm not a big fan of this music, but my parents knew it, so I just got it. You know, I got Saturday Night Fever. Dude, I got this for 59 cents. Ooh, what's happening here? Oh, okay. One of the sleeves is glitching. I'll be back. Sorry, it was this thing. This is like a 1940s home recording disc, as you can see. It just has a bunch of opera on it. I'm going to put it right here. And this is some other things I got in Palatka, Florida. So, we got The Count's She Won't Say Yes, and My Dear, My Darling. Wow, it's raining. But yeah, they play absolutely incredible. I got these nice sleeves from my brother, he let me use. And then I got Shotgun Boogie, a classic country. I'm pretty sure these were 35 cents each. And especially if you go to Goodwill's in the St. Cloud area and Lake Nona area, depending, or pretty much just go to any Goodwill, right, in the state of Florida, make sure it has a thing where it says, like, VHS 59 cent, records 59 cent, and then, you know, so on and so forth. But yeah, I got a lot of these records while I was on a trip. All of these I got at a Goodwill. These were $1.99 each. Physical media is so cheap, dude. All these tapes, I got this stack of 8 at an antique store for $3. Like, you can't beat these deals, bro. Like, these deals are absolutely incredible. Let me fix this stack real quick. Alright, those are back. But really, guys, we need to fight back against these corporations. Because people don't own anything. Like, at all. And it's sad because you might pay monthly for a subscription, right? And then they just, your favorite show, like, let's say, some people's for The Office, right? It just gets moved to different streaming services. Like, oh, pretend this is Netflix and that's Disney Plus. Ooh, people really liked this movie. We lost a license. Okay, goes here, right? Oh shit, you don't have this service you can start. Oh my god, I cannot speak English. You got to pay for it, right? So you do. And then, oh, sorry, after, let's say, a week, it's gone. And then you have to pay for another one. And then they just switch back. And then they just go, you know, insane. Well, another good point against physical media is, well, I don't like watching the same things over and over. I can understand that. But when I get Blu-rays for $1.99, DVDs for $1, and CDs for 99 cents, and tapes and records for 59 cents, I literally cannot say no. It's so cheap. You could walk into a Goodwill in the state of Florida with 2 $1 bills and come out with 2 VHS movies. You could come out with Spider-Man 2, right, from your Goodwill, and then Fast and the Furious for $2. Dude, this is incredible. $2 for these incredible movies that were also previously viewed at a, you know, video store. Got Rundown, Rush Hour. All of these tapes were 59 cents each. Every single one of them. Uncle Buck, Home Alone 1 through 3. Random remote I have. I recorded a bunch of television with my converter box. I got 2026 New Year's. The Super Bowl 60 with the Bad Bunny performance. Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. You know, I just got a bunch of recorded television, you know? I just prefer older technology because everything is getting so bad. When we were at the Airbnb on our trip, they had Xfinity cable. It was like, oh, what's wrong with that? Well, guess what? The last day, I actually decided to use it because I realized, oh, they might have Comedy Central, so I could watch my Family Guy and South Park, you know? The remote wasn't working. Okay, why is it not working? Okay, you think of a normal remote, right? It has this IR blaster. So there's no computer inside of it. So my brother was pressing the buttons on it. It had a microphone button over and over and over, making it do a sound. And then I turned on the TV. So the remote was working to control the TV it had there, but it literally was not working to control the dang system that wasn't even set up yet. So I had to spend 10 minutes Googling how to do this. This should not be a problem. Here, I'm going to go show you how simple it is, how simple it should be to work a TV. Alright, this is our test subject. A 2004 19-inch Sanyo. Here's your remote. Look at that. Very simple, right? Turn it on. See, you got your channel up and down. You get your input, which is connected to a DVD player. You know? And then if you want to change your color settings, you go like this. Menu, menu. Up, up, down, down. None of this, oh, color warm, color cool. And then Roku TVs, literally, sometimes you won't be able to access the sharpness. On here, I go menu, menu, channel up or channel down, and then use the volume controls. Look, I can change all of that. Wow, isn't that hard? Oh, and I'll never have to worry about the remote not pairing to it, because it's IR. Yeah. They chose to use Bluetooth, which, when the thing works, it works well. You know, like, modern technology works really good if it's functioning properly. And if it's not functioning properly, it is going to be a living hell to get it to work. So, yeah, dude, this modern day and age is just absolutely insane, bro. We need to fight back, bro. We need to start not buying our games digitally and only buying them physically. Sometimes you can even get them cheaper. Like literally my collection over there. My humongous collection. I got all of those things for dirt cheap. Here, I'm gonna go show you some of the 45s I have. So yeah, here is my big old stack of 45s. Guess how much this was? 35 cents. For Ringo Starr, got Three Dog Night. I own a lot of these classic songs, you know. The Beatles. Dude, I got the Beatles, the Beach Boys, Creedence Clearwater. You know, I got more Beatles. Yo, it's so much good stuff. You got Wings. Chuck Berry. This one was $1.99. Got Maybelline. Got Sweet Little 16. And then I got Reelin' and a Rockin', the Rolling Stones. I know this one's cracked, but, you know. Pretty much, yeah, this is just pretty much my collection. It's just a bunch of good oldies and stuff. You know, just good old music from the good old days. You know? Oh, and remember when you could own your games on a disc? Oh, those were the days. They're trying to get rid of this. Owning it. Whenever you buy something, you should own it for forever. I feel like a rambling man right now, bro. Record that. But yeah, people, if you guys buy like CDs or compact discs, dude, they're lossless. 16-bit lossless. I got a funny record to show you guys really quick. Take that off. It's here. It's called Walmart Rocks. Apparently, it's a rare CD. Walmart Rocks. It plays pretty good, too. This is the most 90s thing I've ever seen. But if I open it, it looks like this. It literally looks like a mini vinyl record. Let's see if we can take out the paper sleeve and show the camera. And this is the inside card. If you want, you could pause and read it. Doesn't look like the much. It says 1998, Goodwill Tunes, Inc. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that properly, but yeah, this is the J card. Or no, it's J card for cassettes, but you get what I mean. So yeah, I'm going to put it back in, put it back on the shelf. But yeah, this is just kind of, sorry I made it vertical for a second, but yeah, this is just all of the stuff pretty much. You got phones, I got a bunch of junk down there. Just a bunch of tapes, phones. You know, I own a lot of things. And these are not rare. These diamond ones, I'm going to flip it back to normal. I'm sorry about that. These are not rare for nothing. I have found at least 3 of these in every thrift store I've been in. So if any grandma or boomer or anybody tells you that these are more rare, bro, they're not. They are worth nothing. They made millions of them. Our Goodwill closest to us had a bunch of these. This is actually kind of where I got them, you know? But then nowadays, when they changed owners, all of a sudden they're $25 for a tape, $50. It's like, it's a VHS. They made millions of copies. And you think anybody is going to pay more than $1 for a VHS tape at a store where you get everything for free? You know, that's just, nah, bro. It's just don't. Yeah, this is kind of, you know, just a rant and a tour. These are my RCA video discs. MASH. I'm gonna put this back on the shelf. And then, yeah, I use some records for decorating. Alright, so our Goodwill had a Jemmy I Love Lucy thing. And they wanted $40 for it. $40 for a Jemmy item. I'd be like, well, you could say, well, on eBay, they can cost way more than that. And I say, okay, well, that's not relevant because Goodwill gets everything for free. You literally give it to them and then they price it. I've heard from ex-employees at our close Goodwill that the management was horrible and they treated the employees like junk, so a lot of them were leaving and stuff. And they apparently, before anything gets put on the like shelf or whatever, they have a book of how they're supposed to price things. So let's say if it's a sports item or a Jemmy item or a specific music artist, they have to price it how their little agenda book says they have to. Because at my Goodwill, you get a record like this, you know, just a random record for 59 cents. That'd be 59 cents, 59 cents. And me and, like, my brother went to Goodwill without me one day. I didn't want to go. There was a bunch of random albums of just music that nobody knows. You know, either gospel or old boomer music that nobody has heard of. Not even me, and I listened to music from 1908. But, yeah, they wanted like $5.99 for these records when they're not worth that. You got them for free. And, like, dude, they're now wanting, like, $4 for a 45. Like, our Goodwill's really tweaking bad. And also, another thing about our Goodwill, dude, is it smells like a sewage leak. The whole time you're in that store, it smells like a blown-up bathroom after somebody ate 2 cheesy Cordita Crunches, bro. It smelled so bad in that store, I had to leave. One time, my mom had to do the same thing. She was like, I could not handle the amount of horrible stench that is coming from this store. So I don't even go to it anymore. I just don't, because it's just not worth it. Alright, well, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for watching my rant. You know, and physical media tours. You can see I have a lot of physical media in here. So, yeah, I recommend you guys to go buy some physical media, please. I don't know, like the channel. My channel kind of sucks, so help me fix it. I don't know how to do that. But, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.